where two combatants literally kicked the heck out of each other. Believe it or not, the states of New Jersey and Nevada, among others, actually license these kinds of displays, and they are televised all over the world. Now, some states like New York ban ultimate fighting because of the danger that's obviously present. Remember, many prize fighters suffer brain injuries, Muhammad Ali being the best example. So the question is, should ultimate fighting be banned throughout the United States? Joining us now from Las Vegas, Dana White, president of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and from Salt Lake City, Rich Franklin, the UFC World Middleweight Champion. Mr. Franklin, and looking at your resume, boy, you are in a brutal business. You knocked some guy out for 20 minutes, and people thought he might have been dead.
No. See, now, what happened was I was talking to the lady that worked for your show and told her a story about my amateur career, and she's kind of getting her facts mixed around. But if you want to talk about the sport and the way that the sport's involved, you can look at the early UFCs and compare it to how the UFCs of today are, and there's the same way. And what I told her was, when I fought as an amateur, my first couple fights as an amateur, there was no sanctioning bodies in the States or anything like that. So I had a fight one time that I'd kicked a gentleman in the jaw and knocked him out, and it had taken them a while to revive him because they didn't have paramedics.
But here's the point. This is a brutal business. Everybody knows it. You're selling brutality. People come to see it because they want to see violence. And there's no question about that. Why is it worth it to you to do it? Is it money?
Well, you know, first of all, Bill, I used to be a high school teacher, and I gave up a career as a teacher to pursue something that I had as a dream as a child, and that is to be a professional athlete. You can look at athletes across the board in any kind of sport that you want to. You can look at head trauma injuries with soccer, doing head balls. You can look at the number of knee surgeries that professional football players have and stuff like that. And I'm a 31-year-old athlete, and if I take my health into consideration and how I feel on a daily basis, I feel great when I wake up in the morning. I don't have to take a half a dozen Vicodins just to get out of bed.
All right,
you know. But
do you do it for money? I mean, because there's not that much money in it, is there? How much money do you make a year?
I make way more money than I would have made as a teacher,
well, okay.
And to say that I'm not money motivated would be a lie. But that's not the only reason why I do this. I can wake up in the morning and teach mathematics and grade papers all day long, or I can come into the gym and work out. And this is something I'd be doing anyway. I have a passion for combat.
Now, Mr. White, you can surely understand when we see Muhammad Ali, perhaps the greatest American athlete ever, in the stages of Parkinson's, when you see what happens to prize fighters, and the brutality in your sport maybe triple what is in prize fighting. You can see why people will say, look, it's too much. You know, what are we, ancient Rome here? Is it going to be like lions in the ring next? You can understand that, can't you?
Not at all. This is mixed martial arts, and there's no correlation between Parkinson's disease and Muhammad Ali. And
well, what do you mean?
This sport is actually safer than professional boxing. And professional boxing.
This is safer than professional boxing, where you can kick
absolutely.
people?
The goal is, in professional boxing, to stand in front of each other for 12 rounds, and I either hit you so hard in the head that I knock you unconscious, or I punch you in the head more times than you punch me in the head. In this sport, there's several ways to win. You can kick, punch, knee, elbow, you can go to the ground, use submissions.
Well, let me get this straight. Mr. White, you're telling me that it's safer to be a boxer than to go into ultimate fighting, where you're in a little cage and you can kick somebody, use your elbow, your knee, you can just beat the living daylights out of them any way, in shape or form. Come on, who's going to buy that?
Absolutely. There's never been a death or serious injury in the 12-year history of the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
All right, but there's been a British study that shows, the British Journal of Sports Medicine suggests that your sport is 3 times as dangerous as prize fighting. And they have all the stats, 48 concussions.
Where's the foundation? Where's the foundation? There's never been a death or serious injury in 12 years.
Here's the stat from the British Journal. 48 concussions per 1,000 fighters, as opposed to 19 per 1,000 for prize fighters. I mean, it's triple. It's almost triple.
Well, I can tell you there's never been a death or a serious injury in the 12-year history. Am I sitting here telling you that this is a safe sport? There's obviously risks every time two athletes get in a combat situation, but there's tons of injuries in football. I know more people injured playing high school football than I do injured in fighting.
All right, Mr. Franklin, one more. How long are you going to do this, and are you worried you're going to wind up like Muhammad Ali?
I'm not worried I'm going to wind up like Muhammad Ali at all. I know that there are risks with this sport. It's
What's
something
wrong
that,
with Muhammad Ali? Muhammad Ali has Parkinson's disease.
Yeah, and he got
what's
it
wrong with
from being punched in the head.
He got it from
everybody
being punched in the head.
Yeah.
Is that a fact, doctor?
Well, that's what he says. Again, Mr. Franklin, how long are you going to be in here?
As long as I'm healthy, I'll keep fighting.
And you're not worried about winding up when you're 45? The Quarry brothers both just died. You know,
it's a risk I'm willing to take. It's just a job hazard. You know, I would rather be doing this than working in a chemical plant and have to worry about getting cancer of the lungs from breathing in fumes all day long.
All right, gentlemen, we appreciate you coming on. Next, we'll wrap things up with the most